download the free Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com.
The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making sure the top of your house is the best it can be. BestBuyMetalRoofing.com.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The House passes a bipartisan tax bill, 357 to 70, expanding the child tax credit and restoring some business tax cuts.
Congressman Jason Smith chairs the House Ways and Means Committee.
This is a win for millions of small businesses, a win for millions of working families.
There was pushback from some conservative Republicans, including Texas Congressman Chip Roy.
91.5% of the relief in this bill are cash welfare payments to families that pay no federal income taxes.
The bill now heads to the Senate.
Fox's Jack Callahan. 3 people are killed, 9 injured, 5 critically in the collapse of an airport hangar under construction in Boise, Idaho.
This structure collapsed and it did impact the crane. And so the crane is collapsed as well.
Fire Chief Aaron Hummel says it's unknown yet what caused the collapse. The middle came down, leaving the metal structure bent in the shape of an M. America's listening to Fox News.
The news is sponsored by Lee University, where you can expect something great.
At Southern Heritage Bank,
there are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology, mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
At LoganThompsonLaw.com. It is 4 minutes after 7 a.m. We are Mix 1041, Talk 1013 The Buzz. We are on MixTV.tv, and we're on you. We can be. Get our app on your phones, your mobile devices through the free Mix 1041 app. You can listen or watch Mix 1041, Mix TV. Just download the app at mymix1041.com. And big stories statewide this morning. The attorneys general of Tennessee and Virginia filed an antitrust lawsuit against the NCAA on Wednesday that challenged its ban on the use of name, image, and likeness compensation in the recruitment of college athletes, and in response to the NCAA's investigation of the University of Tennessee. Tennessee claims the association is, quote, enforcing rules that unfairly restrict how athletes can commercially use their name, image, and likeness at a critical juncture in the recruiting calendar, end quote. They also call the restrictions anti-competitive and say they violate the Sherman Act and harm the states and the welfare of their athletes. Tennessee's Attorney General Johnathan Skirmetti followed up by asking the court for a temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction by February 6th that would prohibit the NCAA from enforcing NIL recruiting rules while the lawsuit plays out. The NCAA released a statement that did not directly address the Tennessee investigation, but did defend the enforcement of recruiting rules, which are made by member schools. And the statement read, in part, members themselves, this quote, members themselves have frequently described the process as a Wild West atmosphere, further tilting competitive imbalance among schools and neighboring states and diminishing protections for student athletes from potential exploitation, end quote. It was also on Tuesday revealed that the NCAA was investigating UT and the Vol Club, an NIL collective run by Spire Sports Group. Governor Bill Lee applauded the University of Tennessee for being, quote, nothing but forthcoming with the NCAA. And a program note, I'll be interviewing Tennessee Attorney General Johnathan Skirmetti coming up at 8:30 this morning about this lawsuit and actually some other topics. So if you can listen or watch us live, that's great. If not, you can go back and watch later this morning on MixTV.tv. Also in our news this morning, WDEF reports the voter registration deadline for the Tennessee presidential primary is fast approaching. The deadline, February the 5th. That's in 4 days. For anyone wanting to vote in the Tallahassee presidential preference primary and all the county primary elections on March the 5th, Tallahasseans can register to vote, view the sample ballot, and find polling locations and much more. You can go to the Go Vote Tallahassee, Go Vote TN app. Early voting is February 14th to February 27th. Absentee must be requested by February 27th. And of course, here locally, the Bradley County Election Commission, you can register there on Broad Street across from the courthouse. Go to, and you can get more information locally, bradleyelections.com. And the Cleveland Regional Jetport recently honored retired director Mark Fiddler. The Jetport dedicated the terminal to Fiddler with a plaque that now hangs in the hallway. Mark Fiddler, the first director serving the Jetport for 10 years. Retired in last year, members of the Cleveland Municipal Airport Authority dedicated the terminal during the January meeting. Cleveland Mayor Emeritus Tom Rowland, who serves as vice chair, made the proposal to honor Fiddler on his recent retirement. By the way, Fiddler was named Tallahassee Manager of the Year in 2022, and the Cleveland Jetport became the Tallahassee Municipal Airport of the Year. News from the Logan Thompson Law News Desk. Visit LoganThompsonLaw.com. And at 7:08, our first check of traffic this morning.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol Report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. Save big during Don Ledford Buick's Winter Trade-Up event. You can stop by now and save big at Don Ledford Buick on North Lee Highway in Cleveland, or go to donledford.com for more details. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there as you make your way in. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid of Pest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Selwood Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. This traffic report is brought to you by Waste Connections of Cleveland. Waste Connections introduces efficient, state-of-the-art automated curbside service. Find out more by visiting wasteconnections.com/ClevelandTN.
All right, good morning to all of you at 9 minutes after 7, and we're about to wrap up a big contest here, as that is our I think we figured out yesterday, Brett, we've been doing about 24 years, our Super Bowl Blitz, and we're doing it, of course, Don Ledford Automotive Center here in Cleveland on North Lee Highway. And you can see their full lineup at donledford.com. But also, they're giving away a big screen television, big flat screen TV. And then Domino's Pizza in Cleveland giving away pizza for up to 20 people. So you can win a couple of ways. Bridget, if you'll remind them how they can do that.
Yeah, that's right. So you can call or text us this morning, 614-6499. Call us on the volunteer Rid of Pest Mix line, or text us at that same number on the Selwood Darren text line, Darren Miller, eXp Realty. So again, you can call or text all morning long, 614-6499.
And don't forget, you can get a second entry if you stop by and register in person at Don Ledford. And then Carmen Lastoria going to join us. Going to join you this Saturday, a couple of days away, live at Don Ledford to give the prize package away. That's live from Don Ledford on Saturday, 10 a.m. until noon, as somebody's going to win a big prize package. Time for the Hardee's Wake Up at 10 after 7. Flaky, buttery goodness at Hardee's and their 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast. That includes the made-from-scratch sausage and egg biscuit, biscuits and gravy, country fried steak biscuit. You can choose 2 of the same or mix and match for delicious breakfast variety at a Hardee's near you.
Hardee's. Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Transform your window project with Cleveland Exteriors. High-quality Viwintech windows built to last a lifetime. Cleveland Exteriors, your trusted partner for exceptional windows. Visit clevelandexteriors.com or call today.
Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at mayfielddairy.com. proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee.
Dad, are these numbers right? Our factory's been overproducing mattresses for most of the year.
The boys were on a heater and I just let them cook.
What?
Yeah, well, when you have a crew of craftsmen like we do, you just gotta let them go.
Well, I guess there's one thing to do.
Right now at Mermaid Mattress, get Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended mattress in America, starting at only 41 cents a night.
But people better hurry because at these prices, they won't last long.
And it's only at Mermaid Mattress.
Your sleep, handmade, hand-delivered.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
When most people think of plumbing and electrical supply houses, there's an idea that they're just for plumbers or electricians or builders to shop at. Wholesale Supply is proud to be open to the public and proud to serve our communities. By supplying the best quality products for the best prices with the best service guaranteed, Wholesale Supply is your one-stop shop for everything plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. To find a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more. Helping build communities in the Southeast for over 80 years is just what we do.
Paula, tell us about how you came to shop at Chattanooga Auto Square.
Well, I was introduced to it from my husband. He purchased his first Range Rover years ago. Then occasionally I'd start asking him if I could start driving it. I would confidently recommend them. I mean, they make you feel like family from the moment you arrive. Being in real estate for like 34 years, you really come to value and appreciate the level of service that Range Rover gives you. Chattanooga Auto Square. Luxury lives here.
Safe is still growing. Now, Ed and AllSafe Storage up to 5 locations here in Cleveland and Bradley County. They've set the standard in storage and security. And new customers are going to get the first month free because let me just be honest, you all got a bunch of junk. And just look around. You know, you people are like a hoarder's dream. The Hoarders Show, whatever that show was. I've never seen it, but it sounded good. Anyway, call now, and I speak from experience, trust me. Call 479-6377, AllSafe Storage. You'll get your first month absolutely free. And you can find out all about them at allsafetn.com. Ed has Penske truck rentals at AllSafe Storage. 5 locations, all have gates and video surveillance at AllSafe. 7:15 inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center we go. With a man who I guarantee you has too much junk. And Cindy Pickett's been trying to get him to clean out his office and everything else. He won't do it. Got old mattresses there from the first year.
Oh, I don't believe
Roger
that.
Pickett at Mermaid.
At Mermaid Mattress, we simplify the mattress shopping experience by building mattresses and foundations in our own local factory and selling them direct to you. Experience more than a retail mattress store. Experience the factory. Mermaid Mattress. Better mattress, better price.
All right, for today, we'll have partly cloudy skies, a high of 57 and a low of 33 this evening. For tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, a high of 62 and a low of 34. And then on Saturday, mostly sunny again with a high of 59. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 25 degrees. This weather forecast is brought to you by PhD Pharmacy, Keith Street near Harrison Pike. Free delivery within a 50-mile radius of Cleveland. Call Gina Mosier-Patterson today at 423-614-6650.
All right, Bridget, wrapping up the coat drive at Garden Plaza, Cleveland later today. Look, they have a big goal set. And they need help. The coat lady, Diane Heil, teams up with Garden Plaza Cleveland every year. And Bridget, you're actually going to be out there this afternoon, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So they have been collecting coats for the last couple of weeks, and so they are wrapping that up today. We're going to be there with a live broadcast from 3 until 5 o'clock. So stop by, drop off your new or gently used coats, scarves, gloves, anything like that will help protect our friends and neighbors from the cold out there. And we'd love to see you out there at Garden Plaza at Cleveland today from 3 to 5.
Ken Bolin, the executive director of Garden Plaza, is making his homemade hot chocolate, and folks, I thought this was nice. He likes to put a personal touch on it. He stirs it with his finger.
Oh, goodness.
But look, the man's a Mets fan, so what do you expect? It is 17 after 7.
This is Lindsay Smith-Bell, Director of Theater Arts.
Yeah, I want you to take a look at this video. It happened back in September. You can see this green laser shining in the window of one of those pilots. Now, he says he was flying back to Chattanooga from Florida, and he says when he got to Dalton, he saw that green laser shining into his aircraft, and he says his biggest fear was losing his sight and not being able to land the plane.
And that laser hitting the aircraft when we're descending through terrain and at night is like extremely dangerous for us. If I got hit by the laser, he can't fly the airplane. So at that point, you know, it's a thing of, okay, how are we going to make it to the ground?
With his co-pilot's life at stake, Jackson Wallace said he knew he had to remain calm.
It's just like one of those things where there's not much we can do about it, and we're just trying to keep our eyes like inside the aircraft all the time.
And that's just what he did. He says he pulled out his phone and gave it to his co-pilot, Austin Martin. He told him to record the incident until
it actually hit me in the eye, and I lost my vision for a couple minutes.
Which, according to Dr. Troy White, a Chattanooga optometrist, isn't uncommon.
But if a laser can reach a plane, it's probably high in milliwatts, which could be actually damaging to the retina.
Dr. White compared a normal eye to an eye damaged by a laser.
Little black areas damage that a laser caused in a patient, that could cause permanent vision loss in a child or an adult.
Wallace says this isn't the first time this has happened flying over Dalton, and he says he isn't sure why folks do it.
And it's something that either people do because they're angry with planes being loud, or it's just something that they don't think that matters and they'll just shoot it up for fun.
But according to the FAA, shining a laser at an aircraft is a serious threat. In fact, pilots have reported 313 injuries since the FAA began recording data on laser strikes in 2010. Now, people who shine lasers at aircrafts face fines of up to $11,000 per violation, or they could face up to 5 years in prison.
Save a bundle at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress. Furniture, mattresses, and decor. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to 40% off. Create a bundle, a sofa and chairs, end tables, a recliner, lamps and rugs, an entire room. Up to 40% off. Create a custom bundle and watch the savings grow. Up to 40% off. Look for Take Me Home Today tags. Bundle in-stock items. Special financing is available. Bundle and save at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank account's too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom.
Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland is hiring case selectors. Starting pay at $19 an hour. Earning potential up to $23 an hour plus incentive pay. Additional $2 an hour night shift premium. And you're eligible to earn a $3,000 stay bonus. Flexible schedules and great benefits at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland. They have open interviews Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 11 a.m. and from 1 to 3 p.m. Apply online at jobs.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland.
Hey listeners, there's a new Buzz Tuesdays at noon, the voice of we the people. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
Shopping for a great deal on a car or truck? Know this. Cleveland Ford is loaded with vehicles, over 230 in stock, all discounted. I'm talking saving up to $7,500 on new F-Series trucks and Mustang Mach-E. We have financing as low as 0% on Edge and 1.9% for 72 months on new F-150s. And as always, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary service when you buy from us. So hurry to Cleveland Ford today, because this sale ends soon, or shop us at clevelandford.com.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Choosing the right healthcare plan for you and your family can be overwhelming. Direct Primary Care Associates' new pharmacy benefits is the best choice for you and your family.
So today is celebrating National Women in Sports Day, and so we want to hear from you. We want to know who your favorite female coach or athlete is. 614-6499. You can call or text. And when you enter, when you tell us that, you're going to be entered into the drawing to win 2 tickets to the Bradley-Cleveland basketball game tomorrow night, courtesy of the Cleveland High School Athletic Department.
To remind you to download their Cleveland High School sports app wherever you download your apps. And these women can be living or deceased, whatever, all time. So your favorite female athlete or coach, all time. And thanks again to Al Morris and the Cleveland High School Athletic Department. We have a pair of free tickets, Bradley, Cleveland, tomorrow night. And we'll have double coverage here, Mix 104.1 and on MixTV.tv, all supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. And it's a perfect segue. We'll have more on this in sports. But last night, Caitlin Clark, the Iowa phenom, became the second highest scorer in women's college basketball history last night. Wow. And actually is now the all-time leading scorer in the Big Ten after last night. Washington's Kelsey Plum is still number one in women's college basketball history, but Caitlin Clark, the leading scorer the second leading scorer in women's college basketball history as of last night. So call, text your favorite female athlete or coach, or you can do both. Do you have one in mind? Do you have anybody in mind?
It's hard to think all time. I mean, of course, Pat Summitt is, somebody that pops in your head immediately.
That'd be mine.
Yeah.
Just all time.
Mm-hmm.
Just Pat Summitt. Start going down the list here. Boy, I'm so glad Mary Lou Retton got better. She almost died. I love Mary Lou Retton.
Yeah.
She almost died,
And then also, top of mind, this Caitlin Clark is absolutely unreal.
Just unbelievable. But you start thinking locally. You start going out, statewide. You start going nationally. Mm-hmm. Good luck picking one. I mean, you can send us as many as you want, but that's your entry for those tickets tomorrow night at 7:25.
The Mix 104.1 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com.
The Attorney General of the volunteer state of Tennessee, Johnathan Skirmetti, has joined the Virginia Attorney General in filing an antitrust lawsuit against the NCAA on Wednesday that challenged its ban on the use of name, image, and likeness compensation and the recruitment of college athletes, and that's in response to the NCAA's investigation of the University of Tennessee. And I'm going to be joined by the State Attorney General, Johnathan Skirmetti, coming up in about an hour at 8:30 this morning. If you can't listen or watch live, you can go back and watch on MixTV.tv later this morning. The Cleveland Regional Jetport dedicated their terminal and named their terminal for now former director Mark Fiddler. Fiddler was the first director, served the Cleveland Jetport for 10 years. Great man. And that's a very appropriate honor, and that idea came from Cleveland Mayor Emeritus Tom Rowland, who's on the Airport Authority as vice chair. This news update brought to you by Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland. At 7:26, our Simmons Bank celebration list.
Okay, happy birthday to Dakota Dufty, who is 18 today. His dad sent that in to us. Terry Evans is celebrating today. The birthday wish says she is a great co-worker and a special lady. Sydney.
Our Terry Evans?
No, this is a different one.
A different Terry Evans.
That's right.
Oh,
yes.
I see. Terri.
That's right.
Now, if this Terry Evans would like to join our broadcast team, we'd love to have her.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Sydney Steele is 25 today. She is an ER nurse at Tenova, and that is from her family. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Sell with Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank gives you more for a better banking experience with convenience in mind. Call Ken Do, 423-381-3427. And let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland Mix Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. Save big during Don Ledford Chevrolet's Winter Trade-Up event. You can stop by now and save big at Don Ledford Chevrolet on North Lee Highway in Cleveland, or go to donledford.com for more details. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there as you make your way in. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Sell with Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. This traffic report is brought to you by Southland Finance. Loans up to $20,000. Call Dusty and the team at Southland Finance, 950 25th Street in Cleveland in front of Ace Hardware. Call them at 423-458-3007. Online at southlandfinance.net. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
Championship One Wrestling is celebrating their one-year anniversary with a show of the Cleveland National Guard.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Did you know that drinking and driving is a leading cause of traffic fatalities? It kills more than 28 people in the United States every day. That means one person every 52 minutes. Statistically, young people are the most at risk to drink and drive, but not everyone's doing it. Don't drink and drive.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Thank you for calling Logan Thompson. This is Ashley.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Hi, I'm Brian Poole.
sole owner of Pool Serenity Funeral Home and Cremation Services of Cleveland. It's going to be more of our discount funeral home and cremation center. We'll offer $895 cremation that will come with a wood urn. Only other charges the family have be for death certificates and permits. That's it. No other hidden charges, no other hidden fees. We have a traditional burial package, $4,595. That does include the casket and the services. You can reach us at www.pfhserenity.com.
Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at mayfielddairy.com. Proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Usually the show off the air is better than the one on the air. I'm sorry. Let's go inside the Mermaid Mattress. Well, it couldn't be any worse, could it? Let's go inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center. Roger Pickett.
Now's the time to take advantage of 5 years interest-free financing when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic mattress set from this area's original Tempur-Pedic dealer, Mermaid Mattress.
For today, we'll have partly cloudy skies, a high of 57 and a low of 33 this evening. For tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 62 and a low of 34. And then mostly sunny on Saturday as well with a high of 59. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 25 degrees.
Aubrey's of Cleveland offers some of the most fresh and delicious foods in East Tennessee. Stop in tonight for dinner or order online at aubreysrestaurant.com. Click the Cleveland location and order there.
All right. Good morning and welcome in here. It's the CHI Memorial Sports Desk, CHI Memorial. Hello, Human Kindness. The Sports Report is sponsored by the Town Squire. And now it's time to introduce the Town Squire Students of the Month for January. And here they are. For middle school, Landon Refner. Landon Refner is a 7th grade student at Ocoee Middle School and the son of Andrew and Miranda Refner. Landon Refner, congratulations. He's the Town Squire Middle School Student of the Month for the month of January. And then in the high school division, Braxton Davis, freshman at Walker Valley High School, the son of Chad and Brittany Davis. Big congratulations to Braxton Davis, freshman at Walker Valley, on being the Town Squire High School Student of the Month for the month of January. If you'd like your middle or high schooler to be the Student of the Month, stop by the Town Squire and register them on Thursday morning. It's the first day of February, 7:34. Sports sponsored in part by the Town Squire. 46 years and getting ready for 47. That's the Town Squire. Larry McDaniel and his staff are ready for a big new 2024 at the shop that appreciates the customer. Great values and great sales all over the Town Squire on your favorite names like Southern Tide, Southern Point, Coastal Cotton, Vineyard Vines, and so many more. The Town Squire, ready for a new year. Stewart Park Plaza, Key Street, Cleveland, Tennessee. All right. Good morning, everybody. At 7:35, boy, Florida went into Lexington, Kentucky last night and defeated the Wildcats, upset them on Kentucky's home floor, 94-91 in overtime. What a game. Iowa's Caitlin Clark became the 2nd leading scorer in women's college basketball history last night. What, I mean, unbelievable. Just one of the greatest ever. Caitlin Clark. Now, last night she became the leading scorer in Big Ten conference history, but the second leading scorer in all of women's college basketball history. The leading scorer of all time, Washington's Kelsey Plum. Seattle Seahawks will hire Baltimore Ravens. They did hire him. Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator Mike McDonald as their new head coach. And if you're like me, you think, well, Michael McDonald, the great singer, now going into coaching. Well, God bless him and the Doobie Brothers. That is just wonderful. Let's see here. Billionaire David Rubenstein, who founded the Carlyle Investment Group, has bought the Baltimore Orioles with a group of investors. The investors include Oriole legend Cal Ripken Jr., Grant Hill, among many others. Mike Bloomberg's in that. The family, the Angelos family, Peter Angelos family, owned the Orioles. Peter's still alive. He's 95. The family have been fighting over this, but decided to sell the Baltimore Orioles. All right, we got a couple of press releases that I want to highlight now. The first comes from Cleveland City Schools, as Cleveland High School boys and girls wrestling teams are gearing up for the state championships following a historic 2023, which saw both teams make history last year in 2023, becoming the first to win the duals and the traditional state championships in high school wrestling. Also, as far as the release is concerned, of course, led by the boys' coach, Joy Knox, and the girls' coach, Josh Boskin. So, also, they're going to lead their teams into the state duels this weekend, as the Cleveland High School boys wrestling team has won 135 consecutive dual matches. That's the longest winning streak of any high school sport in Tennessee. The community can join in a send-off for the wrestling teams tomorrow, Friday, at 10:20 a.m. That'll be at the Cleveland High School Raider Arena. Speaking of Cleveland and Bradley, tomorrow night, Bradley at Cleveland basketball. And we're going to have double coverage tomorrow night. Girls at 6, boys at 7:30 on Mix 104.1. Also, on MixTV.tv, all of our coverage supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. And I do want to mention we're giving away tickets, a couple of tickets to that game, those games for tomorrow night, Bradley, Cleveland. We've got a question out this morning. Today is National Women in Sports Day. We're asking you to tell us who your favorite female athlete or female coach is. That can be all time. That can be a person living or deceased. You can call or text those in, and when you do that, you're up for a pair of tickets to tomorrow night's Bradley-Cleveland games at Cleveland High School's Raider Arena. And that is happening through this. We'll do that at 9 o'clock. Call or text 423-614-6499. And I just got information. Thank you. The Cleveland Middle School boys won their sectional game last night at Clinton Middle School. They won. Let's see. They won last night, 44-29. They beat Greenville, so they will play Maryville today, and they'll play at 4:30. So that's the first game, I understand, today. So again, Cleveland Middle School boys, 8th grade, won their. Sorry, folks, just getting all this in here, but won their sectional game over Greenville last night, late, I guess came back home, and now they got to be up there and start at 4:30. So that's what's being pointed out here to me also. But they will move on in that. All right, then we received a press release from Walker Valley High School. Walker Valley High School athletics program celebrated record-breaking academic success. The fall semester of 2023 brought the Walker Valley High School Athletic Department great success, both in the classroom and on the field. The overall athletic department GPA for the 355 student athletes, get this, Bridget, 3.58.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's excellent. All 5 of the fall sports teams at Walker Valley will be recognized by the TSSAA for distinguished scholastic achievement for having a team GPA of 3.5 or higher. These include the following: cross country, 3.82, football, 3.53, golf, 3.66, volleyball, 3.82, and women's soccer had the highest GPA at 3.85. In addition, 5 teams had a record GPA for their programs: cross country, football, also men's wrestling at 3.35, softball at 3.84, and then, as I said, women's soccer. Over 150 fall athletes will be recognized by the TSSAA. This is from Walker Valley by receiving Student Athlete Awards of Merit for having a 3.5 or higher GPA during the season. 93 of those athletes, 93, have a 4.0 GPA in the fall. Unbelievable. Isn't that tremendous?
That's wonderful news.
What do you care? You don't care.
I do care.
And you don't care because you and I combined don't have a 3.3. I can't even spell it. 3.5 GPA.
No.
Let's see here. They sent me some other highlights, and I tell you what, we'll get into that coming up. Let's see here. Beautiful press release, by the way, from Walker Valley here. Let's see here. What do we got? Football, what they're saying is they had the best fall season ever up at Walker Valley.
Great.
So, you know what? We'll just get it. We'll do it later. All right. It's a long press release, but it's great, and God bless them. All right. It is 7:41. All right. Stand by.
When most people think of plumbing and electrical supply houses, there's an idea that they're just...
Bender Realty is helping to keep the community thriving during this pandemic by offering no-contact online tools for buyers and sellers in the real estate market.
Especially in this day and time with COVID, it makes a lot of the buyers are not wanting to get out and walk into someone else's home, and even sellers may not want people in their home. We can actually do a virtual tour with our phones and send it to our clients.
Walk through a property without having to actually be there and see all the intricacies of the property and the things that they may or may not want.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty. 472-2173. Bender-Realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty.
20 years later, we've grown in many ways, but never out of that same customer-first heart to serve. Doing the right thing simply because it's right will earn your business the right way every day, every year. Offering permanent steel roofing and siding at competitive prices. Keeping promises, staying on time for both deliveries and pickups. Making things right when we come up short. Partners like you are the reason Best Buy Metals exists.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve you.
Come see us!
Hey listeners, there's a new Buzz Tuesdays at noon, the voice of we the people. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
Hey, good morning, Bridget.
Good morning.
Boy, you are cheerful this morning. I don't know why. Well, and I don't see how you can be cheerful after yesterday, a bloodbath on Wall Street.
Well, the markets were down yesterday. Didn't like the news that perhaps there's not going to be a rate cut in March, and that just means the economy's stronger than everyone anticipated, and it's nice. It's gonna. We'll have some surprises, I'm sure, this year. But the markets were looking for a rate cut in March, and probably won't get it, as indicated by the Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. But the Dow was down, as you mentioned. The Dow off 317 points in late day trading to close at 38,150. The S&P down 79 to close at 4,846, and the Nasdaq down 345 points to close at 15,164. So yes, the markets didn't like the news of perhaps no rate cuts in March. Back to you guys in the studio.
It is Bobby Ludwig, your Edward Jones financial advisor. How can people reach out to you?
Give us a call for all your investment, retirement, and life insurance needs, 473-2215. Again, that's 473-2215. Or stop by and see me at 2060 North Ocoee, right by the old Liner gas station.
All right, Bobby, thanks. It is 7:44.
For more than 40 years, the Chattanooga Heart Institute and CH.
Shopping for a great deal on a car or truck? Know this. Cleveland Ford is loaded with vehicles, over 230 in stock, all discounted. I'm talking saving up to $7,500 on new F-Series trucks and Mustang Mach-E. We have financing as low as 0% on Edge and 1.9% for 72 months on new F-150s. And as always, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary service when you buy from us. So hurry to Cleveland Ford today, because this sale ends soon, or shop us at clevelandford.com.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Hi, I'm Brian Poole, sole owner of Poole Serenity Funeral Home and Cremation Services of Cleveland. It's going to be more of our discount funeral home and cremation center. We'll offer $895 cremation that will come with a wood urn. Only other charges the family have be for death certificates and permits. That's it. No other hidden charges, no other hidden fees. And we have a traditional burial package, $4,595. That does include a casket and the services. You can reach us at www.pfhserenity.com.
Morning, and thank you so much for joining us here at Local 3 News. Today, one more look at those current cold temperatures outside. Many of our communities beginning the day in the 20s. You're seeing that for Athens, Cleveland, Blue Ridge, Murphy, Dalton, Fort Payne, Scottsboro, up towards Fall Creek Falls, all in the 20s right now. Chattanooga currently sitting at 30 degrees with those calm conditions. Today is going to be a beautiful day for you to head outside. Now, if you want to get some of that morning exercise in, go out to the park before heading into work. It will be chilly out there. 8 a.m. 30 degrees. Those spots in the 20s now, still in the 20s at 8 a.m. But you also get it paired with plentiful sunshine. That means a quick warm up this morning. So by noontime, it's still cool, but certainly feeling better, 49 degrees. And then check out the temperature at 3 o'clock. If kids wanting to play outside after school today, it's going to be great for February 1st, 58 degrees and mostly sunny at 3 p.m. Now, we will have some gradually increasing clouds from the west during the afternoon hours, but they're generally high, thin clouds, so not making an impact so much, but it's still going to be a gorgeous day ahead. Here's a look at our high temperatures for this first week of February, because what you're going to notice is there's the normal, the average line, and temperatures really are above that all week long. Sunday, the one day that's meeting up with it at 52, but check out Friday and Saturday, that warmth in the low 60s. So certainly today all the way through Saturday, we have that gorgeous weather in place to enjoy all your outdoor fun activities. Very quiet outside right now, nothing showing up on our clouds and radar. We have a couple of spots that there's a little bit of that river or stream valley fog. Outside of that, no really weather worries for the first part of your Thursday. I do want to pull back a little bit further to show you how this high pressure is close to our area. That's what brings the clear skies and kind of dominating with that nice weather. But beyond that, to the west, that's where we do have some clouds that are beginning to filter into portions of Louisiana and Arkansas. As all of this shifts eastward, that's that layer of some high thin clouds that we'll have this afternoon. Again, really not seeing much of an impact for that. In fact, hardly even showing up on Futurecast. You can kind of see a little bit of that filtering in, but it'll increase slightly more going into the overnight hours. I do want to point out to you early on Friday morning, you can see one faded out little green blip right there. There's a very slim chance early tomorrow morning there could be a stray sprinkle or raindrop. It's not even enough for me to put a percentage on the 7-day forecast, but just wanted to kind of give you that heads up. Overall, tomorrow is going to be another fantastic day with those mostly sunny skies. Wind coming from the north, but the air will be even milder, even with that north breeze, with highs tomorrow in the low 60s. Saturday is looking fantastic as well. 61 for your high on Saturday. Let me take you to Sunday. So here's Sunday morning. We're still dry. We're watching kind of this diagonal line of a system down to the southwest of us. First, clouds are going to increase and move into our area. The further to the northeast you are, the sunshine lasting longer. Your highs on Sunday will be a little bit warmer. By Sunday late afternoon into the evening time, that rain kind of pushes into our southwestern communities. It's going to continue to lift up Sunday evening, and then it will continue with a few scattered residual showers Monday morning, and then improving conditions for your Monday afternoon as all that rain fades away. So total rainfall from this event, you can really see that difference from northeast.
Swift is going to get to the Super Bowl because, Saturday night, the 10th of February, the night before the Super Bowl, February 11th, Taylor Swift will be performing in Tokyo. And so it's a 17-hour time difference. But I read one story in the New York Times yesterday and then another in the New York Post about how she could get to the back to the United States and to Las Vegas from Tokyo from the night before.
Wow.
To be at the Super Bowl, which of course I think it's 6:30 Eastern time on Sunday, February 11th, to get to her man.
I don't know.
He was Travis Kelce was pretty open. He does probably most of you know does a podcast with his brother Jason, who's he's already got a TV job. I'm sure he's extremely entertaining. But we can't keep his shirt on, but whatever. But anyway, I was very open about it yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
They're just moving right along.
Oh,
huh?
it could, huh? That's just-
Uh-oh.
Although, when they break up, which will happen, can you imagine the song she's going to write about him? Remember when she used to do that? Wrote that song about John Mayer, wrote that song about Jake Gyllenhaal and all these
All
guys.
new material.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. But it was fascinating. I mean, I won't break it down. I actually saved the story. I was going to break it down. Nobody cares. Well, I mean, you care, but it's so complicated for her to get. She's got two multi-million-dollar private jets. Well, one of them's faster than the other one. So this is in the New York Times yesterday. They would assume she would take that one, and then they tracked her route. I mean, it's just and get her. But then the Las Vegas airport, they have said, their airport spokesperson in Las Vegas says, we are completely sold out, where no more private jets can land here.
Wow.
None, because of the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a pop culture nosebleed is what it is. So it's just going to be the fact that it's in Las Vegas.
Right.
So I see the Today Show's talking. See right over here, exactly what we're doing
That's
here. I didn't.
They heard us, and
I'm sure they did. Let's check our Simmons Bank celebration list. What do you got?
Happy birthday to Dakota Dufty, who is 18 today. Also, Terry Evans is celebrating a
Terry,
birthday
God
wish.
love him, and Greg Phillips and Scott Carroll.
This is another Terry Evans.
Oh, what?
The birthday wish says she is a great coworker and a special lady. So happy birthday
Terry.
to that Terry Evans today.
Lord have mercy. Terry, that's okay. I see. It's Terri.
That's correct.
Now, Terry, if you want to join our bride, you know what we ought to do?
What?
My Lord in heaven. Here's an idea. Can we get the two Terry Evans together to do a ball game?
Let's
Terry, what do you think?
Let's try.
A longtime sports director, Terry Evans, working with the female Terry Evans, put them together. I mean,
That
isn't
could
that
work.
brilliant?
Yes.
Or am I just out of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sydney Steele is 25 today. She is an ER nurse at Tenova, and that is from her family. Beulah Weaver is celebrating a birthday today, and then Beverly Ledbetter is also having a birthday as well.
Beulah Weaver, that's from James and Robin, I understand. Good morning, James and Robin Weaver, my longtime friends.
Yes, call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Sell with Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank works hard to help make their customers' dreams come true. Call Jamie Kyle, 423-381-3429.
All right, it's National Women in Sports Day, and Bridget, we're asking the audience to contribute what?
Yes, so we want to know, who is your all-time favorite female athlete or coach? And you can text that to us.
Is that all you got?
614-6499, or call us at 614-6499.
Go ahead.
And when you guess, or when you tell us your favorite female coach or athlete.
When they guess their favorite?
No, when you tell us that information, you are in the drawing for two tickets
horrific.
to the Bradley Cleveland basketball game tomorrow night, courtesy of the Cleveland High School Athletic Department.
And Al Morris from his personal stash. All right, so there you go. And I guess you said, who's your all-time favorite? You had to pick one. Female athlete or coach. Who is it?
Yeah, Pat Summitt.
Well, mine too. I hate to agree with you, but honestly, it's either Pat Summitt or Reagan Hartline, who's a great volleyball player.
Yes.
So there you go. And I can't say. Well, I would say Mrs. Hartline because she really runs in heels, but that's a whole other story, folks. All right, 423-614-6499. Let's see here. Let's get a news update at 5 before the hour while I'm still talking here.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com.
Well, a major story this morning. The attorneys general of Tennessee and Virginia filed an antitrust lawsuit against the NCAA Wednesday, challenges the NCAA ban on the use of name, image, and likeness compensation in the recruitment of college athletes. That's in response to the NCAA's investigation of the University of Tennessee, which was announced on Tuesday. So, programming note, This was filed by Tennessee Attorney General Johnathan Skirmetti. Johnathan Skirmetti will join me this morning live at 8:30 on Mix 104.1 right here on this broadcast and on mixtv.tv. And Bridget, while I have the Attorney General of the state of Tennessee, Johnathan Skirmetti, it's going to be his first appearance. I don't think we never had him, have we?
No, not
We've
that
had everybody else.
Yeah.
I am going, and this is because you're not going to be here. A little surprise. I hate to spoil it. You'll be in Sweetwater.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the Wendy's broadcast, but we're going to file a class action lawsuit against you.
Against me?
Well, it's kind of like all the tech executives at the Senator Blackburn's committee yesterday. Zuckerberg apologized. You need to apologize to the people for just terrible performance. And you've absolutely depressed the audience.
Well.
Because either that or you've encouraged them to say, well, I could do better. So, by the way, and Senator Blackburn is going to join us tomorrow morning about that hearing. Mark Zuckerberg stood up yesterday and apologized to all the parents for Instagram, basically. Seriously. Look it up yesterday.
Wow.
So she's going to join us tomorrow morning at 7:05. So it's a big couple of days here. Very news-making interviews the next couple of days. But Skirmetti, Attorney General Skirmetti, will join us. Probably shouldn't say Skirmetti to him, but...
No, you need
What
to
do we
address
say?
him properly.
How am I supposed to address him?
General.
General?
Yeah.
Was he General Dwight D. Eisenhower? General? So I say General Skirmetti?
Show some respect.
Why? Why start now? Come on. I'm going to show respect to is Rick's Plumbing. They bail me out of so much over the years. I love them. Jason and Josh. And here's a great thing about Rick's Plumbing. These are plumbers. Their pants are fully up. You don't have to worry about, you don't have to shield like Mark Zuckerberg apologizing to everybody else. You don't have to apologize to your children. That you can feel safe when they come into your home, Bridget.
We are getting some responses here.
Good.
This one's not related to the female coach or athlete, but this just says, let's just impeach Steve. That's from Jason Taylor at Cleveland State. Thank you, Jason.
Jason Taylor at Cleveland State. You mean L&B Appliance?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
When you get the appliance, you just hope it doesn't catch on fire? Is that what you hope? Hey, Jason, you want to pick on me? Is that a good idea, Jason?
Let's see. We just heard from Coach Amy Tinsley. She says, from a personal standpoint, my favorite athlete is Ryan Howard.
Oh, there we go.
She is as great of a person as she is a player.
Yes,
my favorite coach is none other than Martha Frazier. She is one of the most influential people in my life. And then, so she's wanting to win those tickets. She's going to give them to her parents if she wins.
Well, I mean,
she gets in for free.
I think Amy's got a pretty good seat.
Yeah. Andy Morris says he's become a pretty big Caitlin Clark fan.
Yeah.
And he says that to tell Al he can keep his tickets. Go Mustangs.
little sibling rivalry there. I love it.
Elaine Cross says Ryan Howard.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Dustin Cross says Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey.
Let's see.
Man, now we're talking.
We had someone say Hannah Jones, former Bearette and currently playing at Johnson University, leading in her conference in points as a freshman.
Is that right?
So that's awesome.
I did not know that.
And they also said Sadie Jones, a fourth grade Lady Ram at Northley Elementary.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a good one, or two good ones. And you can do as many as you want. We don't care.
Yeah. And this person actually said Coach David Hancock. He has coached women's basketball for so many years there at Northley.
Absolutely, over 30 years, championship coach. All right, so, who is your favorite? It's Women's National Women's Sports Day. One of your favorite female athlete or coach. David's a great example. So, and then you start getting into that. If you start talking about men involved in women's sports, Jim Smitty, my Lord in heaven. We'll see where you can go from there. But, and this is all time. All right? So now we're just talking into the 8 o'clock hour, but it's fine. 423-614-6499. Andy said he can keep his tickets.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
And go Mustangs.
And go Mustangs. Well, that's pretty good, Andy. Too bad you can't be that good on the air. Oh, well. It is, it's 8 o'clock. Now this from Rick's Plumbing.
This news update is brought to you by Rick's Plumbing Service, a family-owned business specializing in new commercial and residential plumbing. Call Jason or Josh at Rick's Plumbing Service, 423-595-6143.
Please don't.
Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here.
Man, there's so much happening. off the air this morning that I can't even get into, or we'd all have to leave Cleveland. And that's part of the class action suit I'm going to bring up to. You want me to call him General Skirmetti, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. That just doesn't feel right. I don't know.
Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford, Cleveland.
Bridget is, sprinting away from this.
Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland.
Just keep them coming, people. Keep those responses coming.
During
That's
the
wonderful.
winter trade-up event, they have big savings on as many as 80 pre-owned trucks, SUVs, vans, sedans, and coupes in stock, representing almost every brand, domestic and import. That's at Don Ledford, Cleveland on North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there as you make your way in. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Sell with Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. Yes, please keep those texts coming. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
Gosh, I'm going to spit out my Scooter's coffee. Man. It is 2 minutes after 8. There's way too many jokes here. Way too many jokes.
This traffic report is brought to you by L&B Appliance, your one-stop appliance shop, locally owned and operated. Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland. 423-339-3231.
The town.
Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland is hiring case selectors. Starting pay at $19 an hour. Earning potential up to $23 an hour plus incentive pay. Additional $2 an hour night shift premium. And you're eligible to earn a $3,000 stay bonus. Flexible schedules and great benefits at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland. They have open interviews Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 11 a.m. and from 1 to 3 p.m. Apply online at jobs.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland.
Elevate your siding projects with Cleveland Exteriors. Ascend fiberglass siding built with lasting beauty and low maintenance. Cleveland Exteriors, your trusted partner for exceptional siding. Visit clevelandexteriors.com or call today.
Choosing the right healthcare plan for you and your family can be overwhelming. Direct Primary Care Associates' new pharmacy benefits is the best choice for you and your family. With personalized attention, convenient telemedicine options, and free generic medications, Direct Primary Care Associates Pharmacy Benefits offers everything you need to keep you and your family healthy and happy. Say goodbye to long wait times, rushed appointments, and unexpected medical bills. Visit our website to learn more about how Direct Primary Care Associates can provide the best healthcare experience for you and your family. Direct Primary Care Associates, affordable healthcare for all.
Marvel. At 4:30 at Knoxville Clinton Middle School. So I want to mention that, and then we just got another birthday in there, right?
Yes, Coach Will Campbell celebrated a birthday yesterday. He's the boys basketball coach at Walker Valley. That is from his wife, Courtney, and all of his kids, Blake, Brett, Graham, Tucker, Brookley, and Brady. So happy birthday to Coach Campbell yesterday.
You know what would have been better than that?
What?
Maybe if we could have done it on his actual birthday. But, hey, I don't want to bother you, Courtney. Wait, honest to God, we don't want to bother you. But, now I love Will. He's funny, doesn't mean to be, basically. But he's very intense. We were there Friday night. He's very intense on the bench,
Well, he should be. He's a coach.
Well, I know. Anyway, and I think she said that he's her favorite coach. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
All right, very nice.
Yep.
Glad to hear. It is, but, it's too bad we're a day late and $1 short, but it's fine. We're still going to celebrate. It is 8:04.
Whenever you see the big box chains that sell mattresses, you'll also find locally owned Mermaid Mattress, either across the street or around the corner, where more of your dollars will stay local.
For today, sunny to partly cloudy skies, a high of 57 and a low of 33 this evening. For tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 63 and a low of 34. Mostly sunny on Saturday with a high of 59. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 25 degrees.
This weather forecast is brought to you by the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Ken Beard, Dr. Brian Beard, and Dr. Baylor Terrell. Call them at 423-476-6541 or visit them online at centerforcosmeticdentistry.com.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland Studios, this is Mix 104. Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland Studios, this is Talk 101.3 The Buzz, WCLE, HD2 and 101.3 FM, W267BI Cleveland.
Best it can be, bestbuymetalroofing.com.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. A 12th round of U.S. airstrikes is launched against Houthi rebel targets in Yemen. It's being called self-defense against an imminent threat to ships in the region.
Central Command tells us U.S. forces struck up to 10 drones the Houthis were preparing to launch, and the USS Carney shot down 3 Iran-made drones and an anti-ship ballistic missile in the Gulf of Aden. The Houthis say they see all British and American ships as targets.
Fox's Johnathan Savage. President Biden attends the National Prayer Breakfast this morning on Capitol Hill.
The annual event has long been used to call for unity and pray for the nation. In remarks last year, President Biden said, "Too often in politics, we see each other as opponents and competitors, enemies, and not neighbors." The president also hits the campaign trail today, traveling to Michigan.
Fox's Jared Halpern in D.C. America's listening to Fox News.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. Good morning, everybody. It's 8:06 local and state news. From the Logan Thompson Law News Desk, we're on Mix 1041 Talk, 1013 The Buzz. We're also on MixTV.tv. And the attorneys general of Tennessee and Virginia filed an antitrust lawsuit against the NCAA Wednesday, challenging the NCAA ban on the use of name, image, and likeness compensation in the recruitment of college athletes. That's in response to the NCAA's investigation of the University of Tennessee. Tennessee claims the association is, quote, enforcing rules that unfairly restrict how athletes can commercially use their name, image, and likeness at a critical juncture in the recruiting calendar, end quote. They also call the restrictions anti-competitive and say they violate the Sherman Act and harm the states and the welfare of their athletes. Tennessee Attorney General Johnathan Skirmetti followed up by asking the court for a temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction by February 6th that would prohibit the NCAA from enforcing NIL recruiting rules while the lawsuit plays out. The NCAA released a statement that did not directly address the Tennessee investigation, but did defend the enforcement of recruiting rules, which are made by member schools. The statement read in part, quote, members themselves have frequently described the process as a Wild West atmosphere, further tilting competitive imbalance among schools in neighboring states and diminishing protections for student athletes from potential exploitation. The NCAA remains firmly committed to protecting and expanding student athletes' NIL rights and opportunities, end quote. Tuesday, it was revealed that the NCAA is investigating Tennessee and University of Tennessee in the Vol Club. That's an NIL collective run by Spire Sports Group. Governor Bill Lee applauded UT for being, quote, nothing but forthcoming with the NCAA. Program reminder, I'm going to be joined by the State Attorney General, Johnathan Skirmetti, to talk about this and some other matters coming up at 8:30 this morning. If you can't listen or watch live, you'll be able to go back and watch the interview on MixTV.tv. The voter registration deadline for the Tennessee presidential primary is approaching quickly. The deadline to register to vote is February the 5th for anyone wanting to vote in the Tennessee presidential preference primary and the county primary elections on March 5th. Tennesseans can register to vote, view the sample ballot, find polling locations, and more on the Go Vote TN app. Early voting starts, my goodness, in 13 days, February 14th, and lasts until February the 27th. And again, you can get more information about this at the Bradley County Election Commission office on Broad Street, right there. And a big congratulations to Mark Fiddler, Cleveland Regional Jetport, honored retired director of the Jetport, Mark Fiddler. He spent 10 years there. And they've dedicated the terminal. It's going to be the Fiddler Terminal, the Mark Fiddler Terminal. Members of the Cleveland Municipal Airport Authority dedicated the terminal during their January meeting. And Cleveland Mayor Emeritus Tom Rowland, who serves as vice chair, made the proposal to honor Fiddler on his recent retirement. During his tenure as manager, Fiddler set the pace, leading the Cleveland Jetport to become the Tennessee Municipal Airport of the Year. And Fiddler was named the Tennessee Manager of the Year in 2022. Big congratulations, great man,
Mark Fiddler. And you know, Bridget, there's always a joke in there about Fiddler on the Roof, but we by law we can't use it anymore. Yet another matter for, as you say, General Skirmetti.
Yes.
We'll be talking to him coming up at 8:30, and we'll be talking to him about, I hate to say it, the matter of insurance fraud, and it's a problem. We know that, and I will personally I will be bringing up the following to General Skirmetti coming up at 8:30.
Mark Shepard, Shelter Insurance.
Finally going to press.
34 Key Street, Cleveland. Call 423-339-8777.
Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. Save big during Don Ledford Buick's winter trade-up event. You can stop by now and save big at Don Ledford Buick on North Lee Highway in Cleveland, or go to donledford.com for more details. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Selwood Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. This traffic report is brought to you by the Cleveland Family YMCA, where all are welcome, with membership solutions for everyone, regardless of income. Find out more at ymcachattanooga.org. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
Save up to $7,500 on new F-Series trucks and Mach-E Mustangs at Cleveland Ford. That's right, big discounts are back.
Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at MayfieldDairy.com. Proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee.
Dad, are these numbers right? Our factory's been overproducing mattresses for most of the year.
The boys were on a heater and I just let them cook.
What?
Yeah, well, when you have a crew of craftsmen like we do, you just gotta let them go.
Well, I guess there's one thing to do. We'll have the biggest inventory clearance sale in our 44-year history.
Yep, we'll just mark everything down.
But people better hurry, because at these prices, they won't last long.
And it's only at Mermaid Mattress.
Your sleep, handmade, hand-delivered.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Did you know that drinking and driving is a leading cause of traffic fatalities? It kills more than 28 people in the United States every day. That means 1 person every 52 minutes. Statistically, young people are the most at risk to drink and drive, but not everyone's doing it. Don't drink and drive.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature is brought to you by Simply Bank.
All the families that have and continue to purchase all your mattress needs from locally owned Mermaid Mattress. Keeping your dollars local is important, and so is buying from a family, not a firm.
For today, sunny to partly cloudy skies, a high of 57 and a low of 33 this evening. For tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 63 and a low of 34. And then mostly sunny again on Saturday with a high of 59. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 24 degrees. This weather forecast is brought to you by Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix, family-owned business serving Cleveland for over 40 years. Call them at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
Number 1 in the power rotation right now, Teddy Swims.
Something's got a hold on me lately, though I don't know myself anymore.
Thank you so much for joining us here at Local 3 News today. One more look at those current cold temperatures outside. Many of our communities beginning the day in the 20s. You're seeing that for Athens, Cleveland, Blue Ridge, Murphy, Dalton, Fort Payne, Scottsboro, up towards Fall Creek Falls, all in the 20s right now. Chattanooga currently sitting at 30 degrees with those calm conditions. Today is going to be a beautiful day for you to head outside. Now, if you want to get some of that morning exercise in, go out to the park before heading into work. It will be chilly out there. 8 a.m. 30 degrees. Those spots in the 20s now, still in the 20s at 8 a.m. But you also get it paired with plentiful sunshine. That means a quick warm up this morning. So by noontime, it's still cool, but certainly feeling better, 49 degrees. And then check out the temperature at 3 o'clock. If kids wanting to play outside after school today, it's going to be great for February 1st, 58 degrees and mostly sunny at 3 p.m. Now, we will have some gradually increasing clouds from the west during the afternoon hours, but they're generally high, thin clouds, so not making an impact so much, but it's still going to be a gorgeous day ahead. Here's a look at our high temperatures for this first week of February, because what you're going to notice is there's the normal, the average line, and temperatures really are above that all week long. Sunday, the one day that's meeting up with it at 52, but check out Friday and Saturday, that warmth in the low 60s. So certainly today all the way through Saturday, we have that gorgeous weather in place to enjoy all your outdoor fun activities. Very quiet outside right now, nothing showing up on our clouds and radar. We have a couple of spots that there's a little bit of that river or stream valley fog. Outside of that, no really weather worries for the first part of your Thursday. I do want to pull back a little bit further to show you how this high pressure is close to our area. That's what brings the clear skies and kind of dominating with that nice weather. But beyond that, to the west, that's where we do have some clouds that are beginning to filter into portions of Louisiana and Arkansas. As all of this shifts eastward, that's that layer of some high thin clouds that we'll have this afternoon. Again, really not seeing much of an impact for that. In fact, hardly even showing up on Futurecast. You can kind of see a little bit of that filtering in, but it'll increase slightly more going into the overnight hours. I do want to point out to you early on Friday morning, you can see one faded out little green blip right there. There's a very slim chance early tomorrow morning there could be a stray sprinkle or raindrop. It's not even enough for me to put a percentage on the 7-day forecast, but just wanted to kind of give you that heads up. Overall, tomorrow is going to be another fantastic day with those mostly sunny skies. Wind coming from the north, but the air will be even milder, even with that north breeze, with highs tomorrow in the low 60s. Saturday is looking fantastic as well. 61 for your high on Saturday. Let me take you to Sunday. So here's Sunday morning. We're still dry. We're watching kind of this diagonal line of a system down to the southwest of us. First, clouds are going to increase and move into our area. The further to the northeast you are, the sunshine lasting longer. Your highs on Sunday will be a little bit warmer. By Sunday late afternoon into the evening time, that rain kind of pushes into our southwestern communities. It's going to continue to lift up Sunday evening, and then it will continue with a few scattered residual showers Monday morning, and then improving conditions for your Monday afternoon as all that rain fades away. So total rainfall from this event, you can really see that difference from northeast down to southwest as far as those rainfall totals go. And again, this will be Sunday late afternoon through Monday morning. Back to today, mostly sunny, a few of those
Tzatziki's, that's where you can eat great, and it's going to taste good and be healthy for you. That's Tzatziki's Target Shopping Center on Paula Parkway and Frontage Road right here in Cleveland. And we say good morning to you. Let's go to our Simmons Bank celebration list. Happy birthday yesterday, Will Campbell. He's the Walker Valley boys basketball coach. That's from wife Courtney and all the children, including Blake, Brett, Graham, Tucker, Brookley, and Brady. Happy birthday today, Todd Haggard, associate pastor at Church of the Harvest. Beverly Ledbetter, happy birthday to you. Beulah Weaver. Beulah, happy birthday. That's from James and Robin. Sydney Still is 25, ER nurse at Tenova from the family. Hey, Sydney. I wonder, have you ever met the CEO of Tenova, Jarrett Millsaps? Yeah, nobody has. So don't worry about it. It's fine. I doubt he talks to the staff, and he just strikes me that way. That bow tie's too tight. Terry Evans. Now this is Terry Evans. We have a Terry Evans. Terry Evans, our longtime sports director. This is Terry Evans. She is a great co-worker and a special lady, we understand. Dakota Dufty, happy 18th birthday. And I have been in drive-thrus where Dakota has worked. And let me tell you something, Dakota is a wonderful young man, and we're proud of him, and that's from his parents. All right. All right, getting some more information in here. Thank you very much. 8:20. All right, so today is National Women in Sports Day. So Bridget's gone, and I have to do everything. Well, I do everything anyway, but Bridget is gone, so now I now have the text machine. So there we go. So here we go. So what we're asking this morning, who is your favorite female athlete or coach? All right? And then everybody who turns in a response is going to go in the running. We have a pair of tickets to tomorrow night's Bradley Cleveland basketball games at Raider Arena, courtesy of the Cleveland High School Athletic Department and Al Morris. So thank you very much. All right, so I'm going to read, and you can get your responses to us. Call or text. Call the Volunteer Rid-A-Pest Mix line, 423-614-6499, or text our Sell with Darren Miller text line, same number, 423-614-6499. All right, so James and Robin Weaver say Simone Biles has to be on the list of favorites. Absolutely right. James Medlin says Mary Lou Retton. Let's see here. We have, I believe, this is Rob Norrid, and says his favorite, Rob says, is Sylvia Lauderdale. All right. Very good. Let me see here. We got some more. Amy Tinsley said Ryan Howard. And then here is Jason Taylor calling for my impeachment. Thank you, Jason. I'll work on that with the Attorney General here in a second. Let's see here. Here's another one for Ryan Howard. All right, here's a good one. Well, they're all good, but... So this person says Hannah Jones, former Barrett and currently playing at Johnson University, and she's leading the conference in scoring, in points as a freshman. And then Sadie Jones is also a favorite, fourth grader at Northley, and she is a Lady Ram. And there we go. And thank you very much for that. Somebody wants, they say David Hancock because of what he's done in girls basketball at Northley over the years. So there you go. You can call or text these in. Your favorite female athlete or coach of all time, and we've had several people say Pat Summitt. That'd be my favorite personally. But then you start, looking at who has been impactful in women's athletics. Look, this is a big topic, but we're not going to hit everybody. But Jim Smitty has to be mentioned, obviously. But anyway, I'm going to set the text machine down. So I've just set it down, but call or text, and we'll get you in the running. Bradley Cleveland tomorrow night. Girls at 6, boys at 7:30 here on Mix 104.1 and on MixTV.tv. Shelton and I, our final broadcast of the year, thankfully for the audience. So all of that tomorrow night at Cleveland High School's Raider Arena, and our coverage, all radio and TV, supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. Let's take a quick break right here. We'll also, again, we're going to be joined by the State Attorney General, Johnathan Skirmetti, talking about the lawsuit that he filed on behalf of Tennessee against the NCAA. We got some other stuff to talk about. All that is coming up at 8:24.
This news update.
When most people think of plumbing and electrical supply houses, there's an idea that they're just for plumbers or electricians or builders to shop at. Wholesale Supply is proud to be open to the public and proud to serve our communities. By supplying the best quality products for the best prices with the best service guaranteed, Wholesale Supply is your one-stop shop for everything plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. To find a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more. Helping build communities in the Southeast for over 80 years is just what we do.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Our legal system is complex, and your case may impact several areas of the law. Don't just hire a lawyer who focuses on one thing. Hire a team of experienced attorneys ready to handle your case wherever it may lead. Call Logan Thompson, one of the area's most respected law firms. From personal injury to criminal and family law, from contract disputes to disability, the team at Logan Thompson will work together to ensure you are well represented and well compensated. Logan Thompson, we fight to win.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Dale's Heating and Air today.
Everyone there at the Porsche dealership are so personable and very knowledgeable that we just keep coming back. What I was looking for was a sport utility that was sporty and attractive and had the ability to perform to my expectations. The service department goes above and beyond with their routine service maintenance, and they get me out of there quickly. Chattanooga Auto Square. Luxury lives here.
Why rain on County Best Buy Metals?
For 20 years, Best Buy Metals has provided permanent steel roofing. Additionally, we've expanded to manufacture metal siding, including steel, board and batten, and traditional lap siding. We also offer custom pole barns, from a simple roof-only structure to a fully enclosed building. Stop by one of our 7 showrooms today or visit us online 24/7 at bestbuymetalroof.com.
Of Wendy's in Sweetwater, Bridget Live with Mix 104.1 beginning at 10 o'clock this morning at 8:28 inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center.
At Mermaid Mattress, we simplify the mattress shopping experience by building mattresses and foundations in our own local factory and selling them direct to you. Experience more than a retail mattress store. Experience the factory. Mermaid Mattress. Better mattress, better price.
All right, sunny and 59 today, low 30 tonight. Tomorrow, 62 and sunny. Groundhog Day tomorrow. It is 8:28. Quick check of sports right before the Attorney General of Tennessee calls in. And, of course, we're going to talk about a sports item here in just a moment. As we bring you quickly, Florida upset Kentucky last night. CHI Memorial Sports Desk. Florida in Lexington, 94-91 in overtime. Iowa's Caitlin Clark became the second leading scorer in women's college basketball history last night. Well, how appropriate here on National Women in Sports Day. And she's second to Washington University's Kelsey Plum, who's number 1. The Seattle Seahawks will hire the Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator Mike McDonald as their new head coach. The Baltimore Orioles have a new owner, David Rubenstein, the billionaire who founded the Carlyle Group. He's also got a group of investors, including Baltimore Oriole legend Cal Ripken Jr. and Grant Hill, Mike Bloomberg, among others. And that is our sports report. There is more. You can find that at mymix1041.com. Coming up next, the Attorney General of the Volunteer State, Johnathan Skirmetti. Stand by.
For more than 40 years, the Chattanooga
Why rain on Shopping for a great deal on a car or truck? Know this. Cleveland Ford is loaded with vehicles, over 230 in stock, all discounted. I'm talking saving up to $7,500 on new F-Series trucks and Mustang Mach-E. We have financing as low as 0% on Edge and 1.9% for 72 months on new F-150s. And as always, you get a lifetime powertrain warranty and complimentary service when you buy from us. So hurry to Cleveland Ford today because this sale ends soon, or shop us at clevelandford.com.
This Mix TV interview is supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. Visit us online at wholesalesupply.us.
Skirmetti, good morning, General. How are you?
Good morning. Great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, and very glad to have you. Very timely interview this morning based on what you filed yesterday on behalf of Tennessee against the NCAA, and I'll just read a little bit of this. You, along, I believe with your colleague in Virginia, filed an antitrust lawsuit against the NCAA Wednesday, challenging their ban on the use of name, image, and likeness compensation in the recruitment of college athletes, and also in response to the NCAA's investigation of the University of Tennessee. General Skirmetti, what led you to this decision?
So we've been looking at the NCAA, just generally for a while. There was a situation last year where UT came clean, cleaned house, self-reported, surrendered scholarships voluntarily, was held up as a model for doing everything right. And the NCAA was still considering giving them a bowl ban for this past season. So that UT is a client of my office, and I know the senior leadership there, and they talked with me about what we might be able to do. And I sent a letter in saying, listen, the students on the team now haven't done anything wrong. It would be in violation of our state and law if you punish them and deprive them of this opportunity based on conduct that has nothing to do with them. And that really bothered me that they were even considering doing that. And we've seen other issues with the NCAA and arbitrary enforcement since then. So we've been keeping an eye on the situation, trying to make sure that they don't cross any lines.
We're joined by State Attorney General of Tennessee, Johnathan Skirmetti, here on Mix 104.1 and MixTV.tv. Part of their statement, General Skirmetti reads in part, quote, part of the NCAA statement, refers to it being a Wild West atmosphere in college sports as it pertains to the NIL. Do you agree with that? Do you have any agreement with that at all?
I think it's a mess. I think it's a total mess. The rules have been changing constantly since NIL became a thing a few years ago. And the problem is they're trying to go back and enforce the rules in a very arbitrary way against certain schools. We're not sure exactly why they're picking and choosing, but it's not fair to the student athletes. And the system they've set up makes sure that the people who get the least benefit from college sports are the people without whom we would have no college sports, and that's the students who are actually playing. So it is a mess, but they have not done anything to fix it. Their arbitrary approach has just made it worse.
You have also called for the court issue a temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction by February the 6th, which would prohibit the NCAA from enforcing NIL recruiting rules while the suit plays out. Is there a timetable here on all of this, General Skirmetti?
So the temporary restraining order is going to be resolved very, very quickly, which is unusual in a court case. But we're asking for immediate relief because if the signing portal opens up and the existing rules are in place, it's going to hurt student athletes. They're not going to be able to take advantage of market forces to get the best deal. After that gets resolved, it will probably take a long time for this case to go anywhere. Litigation takes time. No doubt whatever happens, there will be an appeal, so it could be years before this is fully resolved.
Certainly. So we're joined by Attorney General of Tennessee, Johnathan Skirmetti, and, of course, very timely this morning as he, as we said, filed that antitrust lawsuit against the NCAA Wednesday. And one more question about this, and we'll move on to a couple other things, but you mentioned that it's almost like the NCAA is picking and choosing universities in some ways. Why do you think UT? Why if you just had to imagine why?
I mean, this is pure speculation, and I don't know anything for sure about this. But my guess would be it's because I sent that letter and chased them off when they were looking at the bowl ban last year, and they probably thought, well, we're going to get them this time. And that bothers me because if you're vindicating the rights of student athletes by pointing to the law, the answer is not to find some other way to get to those student athletes and to their institution. It's to start obeying the law.
Well, that's we're joined again by the Attorney General of Tennessee, Johnathan Skirmetti. A couple other topics, of interest here, and one is, you file a lawsuit against Meta, I believe back in October, and then there was a unredacted version that was filed earlier a few weeks ago, and in basically about the harm that social media and I guess Meta in particular has on children. And then yesterday, you had the head of course, the founder of Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, along with others, testifying before the United States Senate Judiciary Committee, which included Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee, who actually is going to join us tomorrow morning about that. But what do you, as far as your lawsuit's concerned, against Meta, but then also your reaction to what happened yesterday?
So I have to admit, we were so jammed up with NCAA stuff yesterday, I didn't get a chance to watch the hearing, but I have no doubt Senator Blackburn held his feet to the fire. We're looking at the very deliberate decisions that Meta made to make their product addictive to kids, and they knew it was hurting kids. We have documents showing that they knew it was hurting kids, and we just want them to stop. And it's not just Meta. This is an industry-wide concern. We're in a fight with TikTok right now over discovery issues. So I think that should be an indicator that we're not singling out one company. But the effects on kids have been terrible. Everybody knows it. The data proves it. And we just needed to stop doing the harmful stuff. They can keep being a social media company. There's a lot of good from social media. But kids in particular are being hurt by the way they're doing it now.
Like you said, I know you were busy with NCAA, but the main headline, I guess, or the main moment that came out of the Senate Judiciary hearing yesterday was when Mark Zuckerberg turned around in the audience. There were several people holding pictures up of children who had either died or had severe mental health issues that they blame on Instagram specifically and Facebook. But he apologized, and he was, I believe it came in a conversation or a part of the hearing with Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri. What do you make of Zuckerberg apologizing to those people?
Well, I mean, he's a parent, and one of the things that's bothered me about this case is you have a lot of people in senior leadership at Meta and other companies who have kids and who know about the risks, and it troubled me that they were so willing to inflict on other people's kids what they would never allow inflicted on their own. And so if he's apologizing and he's starting to take ownership for it, maybe he'll be willing to work with us to solve the problem. The goal is not to destroy the company. It's not to drag out litigation. It's to protect kids. And it's much easier to do that when everybody's on the same direction. So if they're willing to talk and resolve this in a constructive way, we're always willing to listen. But if they're not, we're going to take it to court for as long as we have to.
State Attorney General of Tennessee, Johnathan Skirmetti, our guest right now. And another topic, and something that happened, I believe, in the last few days maybe, you joined with several other states as far as basically saying that Texas has a right to defend their border. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, the Constitution gives both the federal government and the state governments responsibilities. Federal government has a limited list of responsibilities. The general governmental responsibilities lie with the states. Texas has an inherent right to protect public safety and to enforce the law. And as long as there's not actual conflict between the way the feds are doing it and the way Texas is doing it, Texas is allowed to do what they need to do to protect their citizens. And here the issue isn't the federal government's trying to do something different than Texas. It's the federal government's not doing anything. And so it's really unreasonable for the federal government to say to Texas, you can't do anything to protect the border when the federal government's not holding up its end of the deal and doing what they need to do to protect the border.
All right, and one final question here, and we had been promoting you appearing with us this morning, so we received a question. Someone in the audience says, quote, "There's been a move locally here in Bradley County to engage in a potential class action lawsuit against the pharmaceutical industries for price fixing of insulin. This has been likened to the lawsuit and settlements from the opioid epidemic. Is your office aware of this potential lawsuit, and do you have plans to engage on behalf of the state of Tennessee?" End quote.
we are very aware of this problem, and that's probably all I can say at this point. You know, there are a lot of issues out there that we're aware of, but that's one that I know affects a lot of people. And there are some. Let me just say I'm very aware of it, and I understand exactly how important it is to people.
So that's all you can say at this point.
Yes, sir.
Could maybe we see something in the future about this?
It is a possibility.
Potentially, okay. Well, listen, hey, before we let you go, and again, we're joined by Attorney General of the Volunteer State, Johnathan Skirmetti. Anything you want to add here before we go?
The only thing I want to say is the team that has been working on the NCAA case, they've been working unbelievably hard on a very short timeline, and they have done great work. And I just want the people of Tennessee to know that these folks are just killing themselves trying to do right by the people of Tennessee, and they should be really proud of the lawyers that we have fighting this fight for us.
All right, Johnathan Skirmetti, the Attorney General of the Volunteer State. Hey, by the way, where are you from originally?
I grew up in Connecticut.
And how did you get to now? By the way, this is now the funny portion of the interview, Johnathan, and you'll learn that I'm the one who put Governor Bill Lee on the spot. Who would he endorse, Trump or DeSantis? Because he made me mad, and then we had a nice laugh about it, and now I guess we don't have to worry about it, do we? No. So anyway, how'd you get to Tennessee?
So I went to the Department of Justice to be a prosecutor after I got out of law school. It was my first legal job other than clerking for a judge, and they sent me to Memphis for my first case. And they kept sending me to Memphis because there's a lot of work to do in Memphis. And so I was back and forth from main justice in D.C. to Memphis, for about 5 years, 20, 25 days a month down in Tennessee. And eventually I fell in love with the place and moved down.
Well, that's great. And I guess you spent a lot of time at Graceland. Is that right? Is that what led you to Tennessee?
A lot of time in the federal courthouse.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, well, we hope you'll come back and join us again sometime. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We appreciate it. All right, you too, sir. The State Attorney General of the Volunteer State, Johnathan Skirmetti, joining us this morning. Obviously a very timely interview with his office suing the NCAA. Yesterday, of course, that story has made national news, and appreciate the Attorney General and his office reaching out and talking with us here this morning. We're going to take a quick break right here and come back and join you. Actually, we've got a big interview coming up next at 17 before 9 with our longtime friend Kendra Collins and Derek Kindsey from the Boys and Girls Clubs. They've got a big prom fashion show they're going to talk about. We'll do that in a moment. Stand by, everybody. This is Mix 1041 and MixTV.tv. Quickly, let me say this. If you just joined us, getting in on the tail end of the fascinating interview with Johnathan Skirmetti, had nothing to do with that. That'd be the Attorney General with his responses there. You'll want to go back and watch. You can do that later this morning on MixTV.tv.
Are you looking for a new or The Vascular Institute is the region's only critical limb center focusing on amputation prevention and all of your vascular endovascular needs, saving legs, restoring lives. Their team of board-certified, fellowship-trained vascular surgeons, along with their VIC vascular team, deliver comprehensive treatment for all of your vascular, vein, and dialysis issues. VIC, changing the delivery of vascular care for our region. No referral is needed and appointments are within 1 week, accepting new patients. Visit vascularinstituteofchattanooga.com or call 423-602-2750.
Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at mayfielddairy.com, proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee. Bender Realty is proud to have 3 agents who've been in real estate for over 40 years. The experts at Bender Realty don't just live here, they volunteer and contribute to the community in our area.
Our involvement in the community of who being able to reach out to, whether it's city planner, county planner, economic development committee, to help you bring new businesses into the Cleveland area. We're all involved and we're able to keep up with what's going on and what's coming into Cleveland.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty. 472-2173. Bender-Realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature is brought to you by Simply Bank.
Mix 104.1, good morning, everybody. We're on MixTV.tv, and we're joined by our longtime friend, Kendra Collins, Ever After Bridal and Formal Wear, and we have Denise DeBusk joining us with the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Ocoee region. Good morning, ladies. If I can get your right mics here. How are you?
I am good. How are you, Denise?
I'm good. We're excited.
You've just been with Yvette at Fiesta, so you can't help but be good.
I mean, you should have the music like she does. I mean, it's just pretty exciting over there.
Espresso from her.
Yeah, we did. No coffee needed, guys.
I love her. Hey,
she's awesome.
Kendra, this has become an annual event we're going to talk about here.
Yes.
At the Boys and Girls Club a week from tonight, actually.
Yes,
Tell us what's happening.
Okay, so we have our annual Give Back Fashion Show at the Boys and Girls Club. And, of course, the Boys and Girls Club is such a huge, organization, and there's nothing better than helping boys and girls in our community. So, I mean, Cleveland is so good at supporting that. And so every year we have our Give Back Fashion Show.
Yep.
So it is prom time, guys. If you don't know that already, it is prom time. And Ever After Bridal, we've kicked off. We have been selling prom dresses like crazy, but it's just getting started. So we are ready to showcase and have our big fashion show. This year, and from this point on, we are starting something new. We're having kind of like the battle of the high schools. So we have Walker Valley, Cleveland High, and Bradley High School cheerleaders who are actually walking in the show, inviting their friends and family to come. So eventually it's going to be like, who's got the most school spirit, and maybe, in the future giving away some prizes for those that, whichever school, shows up the biggest. But for this event next Thursday, we are just asking for the community to come out and support. It is a free event, so it doesn't cost you a cent to come. All it costs is you coming, sitting down, having nights of glitz and glam, watching all the new fashion show, all the new dresses on the runway, watching the high school girl cheerleaders out there modeling the dresses, as well as some Lee students are also going to be modeling. So we have like a mentorship with Lee student girls that'll kind of be mentoring the Boys and Girls Club. And of course, the stars of the show will be the Boys and Girls Club who are actually walking in the show. So we love being able to pamper them, doing their hair and makeup, and just pouring into them, and of course, blessing them with a prom dress. But if you are not part of the Boys and Girls Club, we will have a free giveaway at the end of the night. So every high school girl that attends the show will receive a free ticket, and at the end of the night, we will draw for whoever is going to win the free prom dress.
Wow,
so it is huge.
exciting.
We will also sell raffle tickets at the show. So anyone that wants to purchase a raffle ticket, they're $20, and that will be extra tickets for whomever to have more chances to win. Not necessary to purchase, but if they choose to purchase extra tickets for more chances to win the dress, you can do that, and all proceeds go to the Boys and Girls Club, of course. And last thing, not least, but we are having a huge after party at Ever After Bridal, the prom store. So you have to attend the fashion show in order to get into the prom after party. At that after party, there's like secret giveaways. There are secret discounts given for that night only. So everyone that is in attendance at the fashion show will get a ticket as you leave to get into the prom after party show. So we'll have a DJ, lots of fun, lots of savings for that night only. So, everyone should attend because it's all about the boys and girls, and we're super excited. And Denise is going to kind of talk a little bit about the Boys and Girls Club and give you a little bit more information.
Denise DeBusk at the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Ocoee region. This has got to be exciting for you guys to host this great event.
It is. Kendra is awesome to work with, and the girls get so excited. Last year we took them, we haven't taken them yet to get dress fittings, but we took them last year to the shop, and the girls, Kendra's girls, did amazing with ours. They were so excited. They were everywhere at once. They were trying on dresses and just being able to see their faces light up to, you know, have the best of the best on. And then the night of course, they feel like models. And so Kendra's got a great job of getting the right people to do the girls' hair and makeup that they make them feel beautiful and loved and cared for. And so the girls just have a blast walking up and down that runway with the lights flashing and the music and the spotlight. And so they're just made to feel like $1 million that night.
Our Boys and Girls Clubs, the Ocoee region, such a wonderful place. And while we've got you here, generally tell me what's happening and just give us an update on how things are going as we start a brand new year, a brand new month now, February, at the Boys and Girls Clubs. How are things going overall?
Yeah, good. We're busy. So we have 16 sites in 4 counties. We have 7 sites here alone in Bradley County, 5 in Monroe, 2 in Polk, 1 in McMinn, and 1 in Meigs, thank you. Yes, and so soon to be 1 in Ray. And so so we put clubs in the most distressed areas that need us the most, and we're here for all kids. There's no kid that's turned away. We serve kindergarten through 12th grade, and it's more than just a daycare. You know, we help kids with the homework, we do sports, we teach them to make good decisions, we hold them accountable, we give them purpose. We have adults that are consistent in their lives and pour into them and make sure that they're investing in the kids' lives. And we're also a resource for families and parents, and so we connect them to United Way's 211 and just any resource that's out there for them when they need just a little extra. But we're really for everybody. We help working parents stay working. You know, we help them stay consistent. We help them bring that income by watching their kids and helping them with things like homework and just that extra education. So we do a lot. And then the kids, you know, we love on them, and we're about to roll out with a 200-member day club, and so we have about 64 kids last year that came 200 days or more. Wow. And so that's really exciting, and yeah, we're just keep breaking numbers and breaking records of the kids, and so we love it. I mean, I've been there over 10 years, and we have a lot of staff that have been there for just a long longevity, I guess. And so
like you told me earlier, Derek's been there too long.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Derek's about to hit
Kindsey.
Derek Kindsey's about to hit 30 years.
Well, it's just time to get out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
He's our fearless leader. He's very hands-on, and I mean, that's the reason that we are where we are. Yeah.
Kendra, let's do one reminder here. So a week from tonight.
Yes, doors open at 6 o'clock. There'll be some little refreshments there for when you enter. The show kicks off at 6:30. You do not want to miss it. There's all kinds of giveaways that we'll be giving and throwing out to the crowd. There's prom t-shirts and all kinds of little fun things given away for free throughout the show. Again, it is a free event. Someone will win a free prom dress that night. So if you want to see what's hot, what's exciting for prom 2024, you do not want to miss this. You just want to come out for a night of fun. Just get there, guys. Be there. 6 o'clock starts at 6:30, and so we are so excited.
And the after party?
After party at Ever After Bridal in the prom store. You have to attend the fashion show in order to be able to enter in the prom after party. So special discounts giving that night only. All kinds of little fun things, giveaways happening at the prom after party. So you guys don't want to miss it. You can look at our social medias, our Instagram, our Facebook. Same thing with the Boys and Girls Club. There's information on there. We'll be posting every single day. So just be watching. Make sure you come out and see us. It's going to be so much fun.
A week from tonight, big event. Boys and Girls Clubs of the Ocoee region at 6 o'clock. And keep informed here. We'll keep reminding people about it.
Thank you,
Kendra,
so much.
great to see you. Denise, great to see you. God bless you. Thanks for what you're doing.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to take a break here, actually get back to some music. And then we have our friends from Allon Planning Partners on their way in. Don't forget that Bridget is broadcasting live at the grand opening of Wendy's. Hey, Sweetwater, you're getting a new Wendy's. Come on now. Wendy's is coming to Sweetwater. So Bridget is there with the Sequoia High School Marching Band. Also, many other gifts and prizes and all kinds of stuff. So if you're in the Sweetwater area, get there, 10 a.m. until noon. And now back to me. I'm going to send this one out to Bridget, actually.
Bender Realty is proud to have 3 agents who've been in real estate for over 40 years. The experts at Bender Realty don't just live here, they volunteer and contribute to the community in our area.
Our involvement in the community of who being able to reach out to, whether it's city planner, county planner, economic development committee, to help you bring new businesses into the Cleveland area. We're all involved and able to keep up with what's going on and what's coming into Cleveland.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty. 472-2173. Bender-Realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Hi, I'm Brian Poole, sole owner of Poole Serenity Funeral Home and Cremation Services of Cleveland. It's going to be more of our discount funeral home and cremation center. We'll offer $895 cremation that will come with a wood urn. Only other charges the family have be for death certificates and permits. That's it. No other hidden charges, no other hidden fees. And we have a traditional burial package, $4,595. That does include a casket and the services. You can reach us at www.pfhserenity.com.
Mixed Mornings on Mixed TV is Southeast Tennessee's best way to stay informed about local news, sports, weather, and community events, as well as traffic conditions. Plus, you'll never miss a minute of the latest whimsical banter and rants by the one and only Steve Hartline. Who wrote this promo? Never miss a minute. Mixed Mornings on MixedTV.tv. Weekdays 7 to 9. MixedTV.tv. I'm going to find out who wrote this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Mix 1041. We're on MixedTV.tv, and I'm joined by my friends Jay and Brittany Hagee. It's Allon Planning Partners. Good morning.
Hello, Steve. How are you?
How you doing?
Oh, doing well. Off to a fast-paced start this year. So, we've had, like you said, every season so far. We've had the ices and the floods and, summer's on its way. So, but here we are still, early February. So it's interesting.
It's an interesting start. And Brittany, how are you doing?
We're doing good. Doing great. Ready to roll this morning.
All right. So we've got a great topic, I think, and it's a very relative topic, and that is financial planning for couples.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we hear this even when people are going to get married and pre-marriage counseling, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You got to work the finances out before you get married, then even after the wedding. What do you guys say to that?
Oh, man. Money is such a difficult topic for a lot of folks. And it's something that we like to really discuss together as a couple. That's one thing unique about us is that, of course, Jay and I are married. Mm-hmm. We are independent fiduciary financial advisors, and we get to do this together as a couple. And so part of what we love doing is helping other couples navigate through how to plan for their financial future, how to pay down debt, how to make sure their spending plan is regulated and in place, and really determining how should I be allocated and how do we work together when it comes to all of that instead of independently, so that we can boost our financial situation and really help one another in working together rather than working as silos.
Right.
Because oftentimes when we do that, we end up really negating the other's gains, if that makes any sense, because we didn't plan properly for taxes, or maybe our investments counteract one another because they're not working together, they're working independently. So you got to really think through all these different categories if you want to make the most of what you've got as a household.
Right. And what Brittany's really saying is we work through our own money fights and everyone else's as well. Like, so,
that's right.
We get, because here's the thing. Anytime you put 2 people in a room, you're going to have disagreement over money at some point in time.
Absolutely.
The way you spend it, you're going to have a spender, you're going to have a saver, you're going to have, I want to take high risk, I don't want to take any risk, and we have to work through that.
We had a conversation this morning in the car on the way here about a disagreement about how to spend some money. It's just a reality of life. But the key is that you're actually discussing like being willing to listen to one another and understand the other's perspective, and then be able to, even if you need someone like us, kind of, I don't want to use the word mediator, but that's oftentimes what we are, kind of mediating those conversations and really bringing them back to, okay, what's true? It's okay you feel that way. It's okay you feel that way. What's true and what can really help us in the specifics and the asset allocation and how much you should be saving. And maybe if you need to be spending less, maybe we need to be the bad guy and bring that up. Or,
spending plans.
We'll be that. We'll be that in your situation to ensure that you are on the right track as a couple.
Especially when it comes to comprehensive financial planning, because there's much more than just how you spend your money, right? It's how you invest your money. Yeah. It's how much money you're going to end up paying in taxes, because whether you file married or file separately or whatever that looks like, it's how your estate plan looks. We work with a lot of couples that are from blended families, and we have to say, how does this side of the family get allocated and this side of the family get allocated if something were to happen to the one or two of you, right? And so there's a lot that goes into comprehensive planning that's more than just about how we're spending money, which that's difficult enough sometimes. But there's many, many pieces that we want to talk with couples about when they come in for financial planning.
And one of the biggest things is ensuring that both parties, both spouses, are at minimum informed about the whole of their financial situation. Because so much of what we see, almost all of the time, is that one of the two in the couple, in the household, manages everything. That's not a bad thing. Sometimes maybe they have a bent to do that. But the other at least needs to be involved and informed, because what happens is maybe that one who takes charge of all of those decisions, whether it be the male or the female, whichever spouse it is, if something happens to them, then the one left behind is like, I don't know what to do. How do I pay the mortgage? Where are my investments?
We've literally had people come in not know how to pay their mortgage bill because their spouse passed away.
And so we want to help prevent those types of experiences. We want you to be prepared. We want folks to have a whole understanding of their situation. Even if they work together to make decisions, or even if one spouse makes maybe those investment decisions or allocation calls, the other should really know where things are. Passwords, like how to log in and see and access accounts. So at minimum, be informed. You don't have to have your hands in everything, but at minimum, be informed. Especially for women, this is important, because at one point in their lives, 95% of women will be in charge of their household finances.
You hear that, guys?
Whoa!
95%.
Don't leave your women high and dry by not inviting them into the process if you are the one managing. And the same goes for women. I work with a lot of women who are the one who manage their household finances. And so women, don't leave your spouses out either.
That's right.
Invite them in and work through it together. At least allow them to be informed.
Yeah, we're trying to give people resources is basically what we're doing. And one of the ways we're going to try to do a fun thing this month, being Valentine's month, we're going to host a couples seminar that is a dinner that come out and have a Valentine's dinner with Brittany and I, and let's talk about finances, right? So
it'll be fun. We're going to make it fun and educational, informative.
That sounds fun.
To help give some resources around how financial difficulties and financial questions surround couples in particular.
And if you're fighting over how much you should spend, we're going to cover dinner for you that night. So like
that'll help.
You don't have to worry about that.
Date night on us.
So yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that here locally. We're doing it right at Noodwa. So you can go to our website, allonplanning.com. That's ALLON planning.com. And we have an events tab. If you click on that events tab, you'll be able to look up this couples event that we're having, and it will fill up fast because we have limited seats. So if you hear this today on the radio, you're going to want to go and sign up because it may already be full. But we want to go ahead and get folks the invitation out.
And you can register directly through our website there on that events page.
So they can go ahead and reserve their place. AllonPlanning.com. Just go to the events tab, and again, so what is the date on the seminar?
February 13th. It's the day before Valentine's Day, so I think that's a Tuesday.
Come on, it is. That's just perfect.
So it'll be fun. Wonderful. It'll be a lot of fun.
And it'll be a lot of fun. Dinners on the Haggies.
That's right.
Dinners on the Haggies.
So, Steve, you may want to sign up.
Well, hey, I mean, and really, can we do this every month or every week?
Yeah, there you go.
AllonPlanning.com, and go to the events portion of the website. Anything you want to add here about couples finances before we go?
Yeah, really, just to reiterate what Brittany said, you need to make sure that you have a strategy, and that's what we provide. You need a way forward. Whether you're an individual or a couple, you need to have a comprehensive financial plan. We're just hitting that a little hard because it's Valentine's Day. Right. And so we understand that everyone's situation is unique and different. Everyone has different assets. Everyone has different liabilities. You want to make sure that you have a true comprehensive plan. If you only have an asset or just an investment vehicle, that's not a full comprehensive plan.
Right.
You need to know how you're going to get to the income in retirement. The number one fear is running out of money, through retirement. You need to make sure we can overcome that with a great income plan. You need to have a tax strategy to get through so you're not paying Uncle Sam too much money. And you need to make sure you have a great estate plan and a health care plan. If you're missing any one of those five, we would just encourage you to reach out to us. We would offer a complimentary consultation.
Wow.
Whether
No
you
pressure
can
with
come to this
us.
event on the 13th or not, maybe you already have a sweetheart deal planned for your significant other, but
maybe you don't.
Yeah, maybe you don't. But whether you do or not, you can call us at 423-315-1441, and we'd be glad to set up a one-on-one consultation or a couples consultation for you if you want to come straight to our office.
It's Love Month, and keep your love alive in that financial side. Jay and Brittany Hagee at Allon Planning Partners. Again, you can reach them by phone, 423-315-1441, or go to allonplanning.com. Go to the events tab. Sounds like a fun time, and these are fun people, I guarantee you. It is Jay and Brittany Hagee. There it is on our mixtv.tv right now, the beautiful website, allonplanning.com, and the key word there is planning. Have a plan. And we'll come. Thanks, guys. We'll come right back in just a moment.
Thanks, Steve.
Investment advisory services are offered through Foundations Investment Advisors, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The content provided is intended for informational and educational purposes only. The views, statements, and opinions expressed herein are those of the individual speakers and not necessarily those of Foundations and its affiliates. The information contained herein does not constitute an offer to sell any securities or represent an express or implied opinion or endorsement of any specific investment opportunity, offering, or issuer. Any discussion of performance or returns is not indicative of future results. Each individual investor's situation is different, and any ideas provided may not be appropriate for your particular circumstances. Foundations only transacts business in states where it is properly registered or is excluded or exempted from registration requirements. Registration as an investment advisor is not an endorsement of the firm by securities regulators and does not mean the advisor has achieved a specific level of skill or ability. No legal or tax advice is provided. Always consult with a tax professional. All rights reserved.